What's the motherfucking deal, Sauce Nation? This is a Sauce Sports special. I'm your boy Ed Honcho, aka at the real Ed Honcho on Instagram and Twitter, or you can follow me for those HTOWN only Sauce Sports takes. It's Sauce Sports HTX on Twitter. Subscribe to the channel. If you don't know what Sauce Sports is a Houston homer channel. I mean, we're only talking H-Town teams. We're talking Rockets, Astros, Dynamo, Texans. We're talking the Dash. We're talking about, collegiate team. We're talking professional, amateur, high school, semi-pro, whatever it may be. But as you see, we in NRG right now. So today we're going to be talking about those Texans. But like I say, so if you're down with that H-Town shit, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Let me get this sweatband. I got the shiny forehead going. Let me get into this. Give y'all some little sauce nuggets today. Now, a bunch of people ask me how I feel about the couple of guys that we picked up after we let Bullough and Mumphery go. C.O. Moore and Dres Anderson. Well, I'm going to be straight out with it just to come forward. I think that as a package, both from Michigan State, weird thing. Bullough and Mumphery were, why do I keep saying Humphrey? Mumphery were better to me than C.O. Moore and Dres Anderson. But with what was going on, they had to go, of course. Texans don't play that shit. The Texans are all about those character guys. They're not having none of that bullshit coming through the organization. Look, you ain't gonna put a stain on my name after I've worked so hard to keep this thing going. You don't ever see a lot of that shit. So, it was a little surprising, but those guys definitely had to go because, we're not that team from South Oklahoma up there. We don't do that shit. We don't have that tomfoolery going on with our team. You know what I mean? But to really get into why I say that I felt that Mumphery and Bullough were better. Well, one, of course, we were more familiar with them. They had been around the team and the organization a little bit. Mumphery never really played a lot, but he got into some games. And so if you want to take a look at Anderson never played in an NFL game. He's played in 4 preseason games, which is cool, but you've been in the league going on, I think, the 3rd year now, and that's an issue, if you haven't seen any time with anyone. Then Bullough, like I say, Bullough wasn't a game changer. He wasn't a piece that was just critical. But the thing about Bullough was that, he was serviceable. But like I said, you're not going to miss him either way. So maybe him and Moore more neutral. But as far as Anderson and Mumphery, I think Mumphery got a little bit of time, I want to say. Not very much. But, he saw NFL action. So that's why I don't think it was necessarily an even exchange or, everybody's like, well, we got rid of a backer and a receiver and we picked one up. I'm not super huge on either one of them. But I mean, we just want to do a little rundown about both of them, what I do like and what I don't like. C.O. Moore was born in West Africa, so he should have skills out there chasing the gazelles and the zebras and shit and escaping lions. But nah, I'm just fucking around because when I played ball, man, I made that joke to a dude on the team, and he was from Africa, and he got on my ass about that shit. He's like, motherfucker, I ain't never seen a goddamn wild animal till I came to fucking America, and that was at the damn zoo. I really changed my perspective on Africa and a lot of things, and I really started looking into it. But I used to give him a hard time about that shit still, even though, he kind of checked me, but he was bad about that shit for real. But the dude was born in West Africa, drafted 2013. Okay, this is my deal with him. 2013 with the Raiders. I think he played a couple of seasons with the Raiders. Then backdoor, and I think in 2016, he ended up being with 3 different teams, the Colts, I can't remember who else, and I want to say the Chiefs. But ended up being with multiple teams, not the Chiefs, Arizona, with multiple teams in the same year, 3 teams 1 year. That's not a good sign. I'm just being honest. It's not a good sign. From his interview that he did, when he first came on, a lot of people were asking him questions. How does it feel? He seemed to be grateful just to be playing football, and I can respect that. But I want more than just being grateful to play the game. I want some people out there who are hungry, who are trying to take somebody's spot. I like guys who have an attitude. You're cocky. You can be humble off the field, but when it comes to being on the field, as I was, like I said, I'm a calm, cool, collected person. On the field, you couldn't tell me shit. You couldn't tell me nothing. That's the attitude I like from players. Be good guys off the field. Be stand-up guys. Be great characters. Be good for the city. Be good role models for the kids. But when you're on that field, be a motherfucking dog. You gotta be a dog. So, career stats: 218 total tackles, 7.5 sacks, 2 pass defense, 4 forced fumbles. That's not bad, but when you're talking about a guy possibly going into his 5th year, you want to see a little more than that. That average is about, about 40 tackles a year, forced fumble a year, maybe a sack or so a year. And that's cool. But like I said, as a backup guy, you really can't ask for too much more. So, because that's what it's going to be. He's not going to come here. He's not going to, not with that attitude, the way I'm seeing it. And I'm not saying that he has a bad attitude. He may be out there doing different things on the field. He might just be, doing the PC thing for the conversation, for the interview. But I don't really see him taking anybody's spot. I don't see him taking anybody's position. And so I don't think anybody has to worry about that. That's really what the young guy was there for, Cunningham. And so I don't think anybody's really going to be worried about it, but maybe he can be a serviceable backup. But we got a couple of UDFAs, Cole and a couple other guys out there that's going to make it not very easy for him, So we'll see what happens. Hopping on to Anderson for a quick second. My thing with Anderson is this, is you going into, your third year around the league. I'm not saying just being in the league because he hasn't actually seen any field time. He's made a couple of practice squads and cut from the practice squads. But I'm going to tell you why I still have some hope. I still have some faith in the guy. I talk a lot about pro stock. And when I say pro stock, I talk about, having family who are either high-level athletes, professional, even high-level college athletes, who can give you the game, who can give you the nuances, who can give you the ins and outs of certain things that give you an advantage. Not just that physical advantage that you may or may not possess, but you can have the mental advantage because there's those little things that they can teach you how to be better at your position, how to do these things. And if you're not familiar, that dude's dad was Flipper Anderson. Now, a lot of you guys are youngsters, real young, okay? Now, I was young when this shit took place. This is 89 we talking about. I'm going to take y'all down a trip down memory lane. Flipper Anderson holds the single game receiving record. Almost caught by, I want to say, Calvin Johnson a couple of years back, he was going off. I want to say it was that Dallas game. Two things. So this is the two things that's why I like Anderson. One, because, like I say, you got that pro quality stock. His dad still holds that record. So it just means you got to be okay. You got to be all right. You got to be a little decent to hold a record of 336 yards. Because once you see a motherfucking game like, you got to stop him. You don't say, well, we got too many. We got to keep an eye on this guy because he's killing us. And you can't. He puts up 300 yards on your receiving shit. I mean, what can you do about that? Now, not saying that his son did that. Not saying that his son had the same abilities. He had that knee injury coming out of college, and that dropped his stock a little bit. So I don't know if that was a sustained thing or a lingering thing. But why I do like him is because of a comment he made when they were talking to him about the day that the record was almost broken by Johnson. And he said he was watching the game and, quote, "I've never rooted for Dallas in my life." I'm in the quote right there. That's all. I don't care about the rest of what he said. And that's all I need to hear for me to like him. So I hope he makes the squad. That's all I need to hear. But on some real shit. Like I say, I don't really know. We got a lot of talent there in that receiving corp, and maybe he can find a way to fit in. I don't know exactly what his skill sets are, what he brings to the table that we don't already have. I don't know, but I'm always for more people with dreadlocks on the team. That's always the thing. Hey, more dreads. I'm telling y'all, if y'all pay attention, the Houston Texans started really improving. Like when we were going through that mediocre streak for a while, under you-know-who, and when they started drafting more players, started picking up more players with dreadlocks, I'm telling you, the shit changed. I'm telling you, there is power in the dreadlock. Believe me, I got the power. Anyway, SauceNation. But like I say, and I'm always positive. Like I say, I want to see the best from both these guys because if you're affiliated with my team, if you're affiliated with our team, if you're affiliated with the sauce, the team sauce, then we want you to do good. SauceNation, I try my best to find the positive and negatives about everything, and try to present it balanced, as balanced as I can. Sometimes I go over the edge. But, like I say, I want to see both these guys make it. I want to see everybody make it. So if these guys have a chance and they're given an opportunity, hopefully they can make the most of that opportunity and make something shake. But if not, then hey, maybe there's another place for them. Maybe the Texans ain't the place for them. But like I say, if you're a person who can contribute to the Texans and bring something to the table, I'm all for it because I want the best of the best on that roster as decent as possible. Now, we with this being said, it's gonna be a new thing I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna start shortening up the sauce, try to keep it bring it down a little bit, and I may start doing some live sponsored reads. So these things are sponsored, just to give you guys a heads up, and in the comment section, there will be a notice that. But if you guys are looking to get your beard right, see my beard game kind of weak. I had to shave it because I'm be looking a little patchy, but I'm gonna get my game on. You can go to ineedabeard.com and see if you can get your free bottle of Beard Czar. You can find out how you can get that free bottle shipped to you. That is ineedabeard.com. That's if you're trying to get your beard tightened up. If it's patchy like mine usually is, I'm going to have to go get me a bottle. And so you can get that thicker, fuller, better looking beard, because we all know the ladies love the facial hair. But until then, I'm going to keep my little gray goatee, my little salt and pepper goatee, making me look good and mature. Ladies like that too. Speaking of ladies, shout out to all the Houston Texans cheerleaders who are giving your boy a follow. I really appreciate that. That's extremely motivational. But more so, what's more important than even the Houston Texans cheerleaders, but even though if they're giving me a follow, if they're on the Twitter, they are a part of the SauceNation. Yes, cheerleader sauce. Is you, SauceNation, the people, the fans of Houston. Y'all make this possible. So as always, I want to shout out to y'all. Say, what's up, SauceNation? What's the motherfucking deal? What's going on in the nation today? But like I said, I want to know what you guys think about them. If you think they're going to be a major impact, do you think anything's going to change by the addition of these two guys on the team? Like I said, I don't really see either of these guys being a major impact. I don't know if Anderson makes it more possibly a backup role, but there's going to be a lot of competition going on as we're starting to wrap up OTAs and things like that. I haven't really done a lot of talking about, because like I say, OTAs, it's just a base. We're fiending for the nuggets of news, but I try to talk about what I think is right, looking at I don't want to talk about the same stuff everybody else is talking about, because there are other sources. There are plenty of other sources for Texans news and Texans talk, but I want to be different. So, like I said, I want to pour my own sauce, my own flavor on all that. But with that being said, SauceNation, man, hey, y'all be cool. I am the real Ed Honcho, your Houston homeboy, the Houston homer. Remember, if you like what I'm talking about, please subscribe. I need that love. Stay tuned. Like I say, major things coming. When we start making some of these goals that I've set for myself, I got some major plans. And like I said, we're going to turn this sauce thing. It's going to be more than just a YouTube channel. I'm telling y'all, get stuck in the sauce. Get some of that flavor. SauceNation, deuce up. I'm Ed Honcho. I'm out. Y'all be cool. Have a great day, Houston. If you're Houston by proxy, wherever you may be, man, y'all be safe. SauceNation, I love